Good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Jared Klein coming to you live from the NBC29 Digital Desk with the morning rush. Let's start things off as we always do with a look at the top stories over on NBC29.com. Coming in at number 1, Travis Brown found guilty on all charges in the murder of Khaleesi Kuthriel. We'll get to those details in just a moment. At number 2, Albemarle principal and teacher transporting students as a bus driver shortage drags on. And at number 3, a pedestrian killed in a crash in Rockingham County. All right, first off this morning, the local beat guilty. It took an Augusta County jury only a few hours to reach its verdict in the Travis Brown case. He was convicted of murder and child abuse in the death of 3-year-old Khaleesi Kuthriel. After the verdict, Brown was given an opportunity to speak to court, but he declined to do so. An interrogation video played in court earlier this week. Brown admitted to throwing Kuthriel's body in the trash. He claimed her death was self-inflicted, but the prosecution showed messages it said linked Brown to the young girl's death. Police say it will take years to fully search the landfill where it's believed Kuthriel's remains are. Deputies in Fluvanna County are training for situations they hope never happen. The courthouse is closed for the rest of the week while the sheriff's office conducts active shooter drills there. You can see a little bit of it there. Each scenario starts just like it would in a real active shooting situation. Fluvanna County says these intense trainings help law enforcement prepare for the unexpected. UVA Health says to be on the lookout for what it calls a triple threat. Dr. Bill Petrie says flu, COVID and RSV are going to get worse this fall and winter. In addition to rolling up your sleeve for the flu and COVID shots, you can also get an RSV vaccine this year. The CDC says this will be the first time COVID shots will be provided through the commercial market. People without insurance can also get the vaccines for free through a government bridge program. And finally this morning, with recent bus shortages, getting kids to school can be challenging for some families, and a teacher and a principal at Lakeside Middle School are stepping in to help parents. They're taking on double duties this school year by driving a school bus. One takes the students to school and one drops them off at home. Now all the bus routes are covered at Lakeside Middle School. So you can go and see that story right now over on NBC29.com. Our reporter Kagan Hughes spoke with them about taking on these extra roles this year.
I mean, way to find a solution.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's so wonderful that they're stepping in and helping the principal and the teacher. It's a great story.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a critical shortage of construction workers in the United States. So one of the solution might be tapping into finding women, in particular, getting young girls interested in construction work. So there was this camp earlier this month in Maryland, and it taught all these young girls around 12 years old about construction and how to build. And so they learned how to saw, and they learned about routing and leveling and using drills and using power tools. So it's just kind of interesting. There's like this movement to try to get younger girls interested in construction so that we can kind of offset that shortage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've done local stories where they're training girls to get more interested in this. And I mean, these are great life skills just to have if you don't get into construction.
That's very true.
Exactly.
Exactly. So kind of neat story there coming out of Maryland. All right, so there's a big colonies of the emperor penguins. So no chicks survived last year because of the sea ice disappearing. So there's this concern in part of Antarctica that they experienced this total breeding failure during the 2022 season because of loss of sea ice. So scientists are surveying, keeping their eye closely on this. That 4 out of 5 emperor penguin colonies analyzed in an area west of Antarctic Peninsula saw no chicks survive last year.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's anything we can do to help, humans can do to help, or if this is just the situation.
It's just, right, I don't know. I mean, that's a really good question. I think that's what they're trying to kind of figure out what to do to save the penguins. So kind of some sobering statistics there. Okay, so take a look at this. Just watch for a second. It was a meteor streaking across the sky in Colorado. I mean, look how bright that is.
Wow.
Because it's dark, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden the night sky really lights up. Pretty neat, though.
I don't know if I've ever told you, one time I was driving on I-81 and I saw a meteor
Oh,
coming
really?
out of the sky, and I'd never seen one, so I thought it was the end of the world. I
Right.
was like, well, I guess I'm gonna die here, and I just like waited for it to like hit Earth, and it never did, and I was like, okay, I guess it's just one going out.
It was a small one, I
It
guess.
was a small one, but
yeah,
but when you see it in person,
yeah,
it's like,
big.
oh my gosh.
It's wow. That must have been that would have taken me by surprise as well too, especially driving.
Oh
It
yeah.
would have been scary.
Yeah, I
Oh my
definitely,
gosh, it's-
I saw it and I was like, I don't know how big they normally are, how one
Yeah.
that would end the Earth would be. but
Right.
I saw it and I was like, this is it.
This is it. Fortunately, it wasn't it.
Fortunately, I mean, yeah, it disappeared
Yeah.
and nothing happened.
But
to
it's
it.
neat to see
Yeah,
that you
it's-
got to see that though in person because it's
Yeah.
pretty wild to
It is
see.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Hopefully you're enjoying that cool down out there. It feels absolutely wonderful. I saw a lot of people jogging out there this morning as I was out driving. A high of 80 degrees today, and we're going to keep this cooler weather with us through Friday and Saturday. And then the heat and the humidity is building back in for the latter half of our holiday weekend, with a high of 97 Monday, 98 on Tuesday when we return back to work and school. And I want to say hello to Dallas watching us from Kent's Store. Hello to Brittany watching us from Scottsville, and Lucy watching us from Gordonsville. Thank you so much for tuning in. We definitely appreciate you watching and joining us this morning on the Morning Rush. I hope you guys have a great Thursday out there. I had to think it is Thursday. Have a great Thursday out there. We'll see you again on NBC 29 News at noon. We're always live on NBC29.com.